No carbon monoxide poisoning for me, my boy. It's the last cylinder. I'm gonna spray the oil up, and then I'm gonna move back, let it sit with this oil for a little bit. You're actually supposed to turn the engine before you turn it on, so it could move all the oil throughout the cylinders. Then I'll throw on all the spark plugs. Gotta go fuck with the fuel pump. These are stickers. All the stickers to this car is there. The fuel pump's in. I put gas in it. I haven't turned on the fuel pump. I have it disconnected, like from the front, the fuse. So whatever. I put that shit in. I cleaned up these wires a little bit. I'm about to get to the first start, so I'm gonna put everything back in, and we'll see how that motherfucker starts, bro. These are just grounds, so the whole car is pretty much the negative side of a battery.
This is like 40 minutes condensed down to like 40 seconds. It was a pain in the ass. There was so many bolts that you have to take out and reinstall just to do the 6 spark plugs and coils. Nissan decided this is the first year they're going to use CAD design, and you can't even work on this thing. You have to use one of those little Instagram pointers that they use in those meme videos. I mean, it's not the worst, but it's pretty tedious. We had to be like 20 bolts deep or 40 bolts deep. I also made sure to look over all my work and make sure all the vacuum lines are in the right places and there's no air that's going to go behind the throttle body and rev my engine up to the moon. It's really not that bad after you delete all the emissions and all these little systems that Nissan used to pass emissions back in 1991. There was just a lot of extra stuff that I had to be careful with and make sure I do correctly.
The first thing I'm going to check is this ignition box, if it doesn't start up. Because that's the first thing that dies on these cars. Which, it looks pretty fucking good, to be honest. They usually die because of corrosion. And not much corrosion. First start with the boy Gio. Let's see. So I'm just going to twist the key, put the battery on, let the fuel pump prime the system, and check. Bro, we'll see. We're going to turn the thing. Boom, boom. Check if there's fuel. Boom, boom. Let's see. Ooh. Alright, we're going to do the sniff testing. I don't smell gas. Yeah, I think we good. Let's go. No carbon monoxide poisoning for me, my boy. I'm trying to live long. Bro, this shit's about to be crazy. Let's see if I'm a goat. Oh! Oh, shit! Yo! Nah, I'm a fucking goat. Woo! I'm a fucking goat, bro. Yo, that shit was 30 years. Woo! All that fog and oil. Woo! They smoked up my whole shit. Let's go! Let's fucking go, baby. You kidding me? God damn. Yo, that shit turned on like a baby, bro. Let's go. Bro, let's go, bro. Dude, the whole fucking thing's filled with smoke right now. Holy shit. Whew. All alone here by myself, too. Yo, we got that bitch home, bro. Stop, bro. Let's go, dude. I'm hyped this shit, bro. Oh my god, dude, the whole fucking thing smoked up. Dude, that didn't smell like that didn't sound like no misfires or nothing. It turned on like a fucking baby. Now, one thing I was worried I didn't see was the the oil pressure. I didn't see the the gauge going up, but that gauge is like always fails. But if I stick my light here, yeah, oil's up here. There's oil up here. Wow, bro. That's crazy. Dude, and it didn't sound bad, to be honest. All right, let's try to start it up again. But this time we're gonna look back because it was mad shit. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that bit turning on like a baby. 12:15. She revived. That shit turned on like a baby. That was the first start in 30 years. Dude, the last guy was like, oh, I couldn't get it to work. It wasn't cranking. Tank was filled with gas from 1997. I don't know what the fuck you thought treatment you was gonna put in that shit. That bitch was not gonna turn on no matter what. Let's go. That shit's crazy. I would let it run for a little bit, but I have to check the injectors one by one to see if they're even good. Cause one of the injectors, it sounded like a slight misfire. So one of the injectors could be stuck open and just spraying fuel inside the engine. Dude, that shit started up like a baby, bro. What the fuck? Dude, the whole shit smoked out though. Yeah, this thing's good. I don't really gotta do much more. Let me do a compression test on cylinder 1. Let's see cylinder 1. That's it. That's the only compression test I do. I'm gonna disconnect the fuel pump. And I'm gonna let the gas pressure run off from the gas before I do the test. Alright. It goes in where the spark plug goes. So this is gonna measure every time the piston goes up and down. It's gonna measure the amount of pressure that's in there. So from the factory, this shit had 180. See the gauge? So we want it to be right here. Bro, if it's 180, bro. Alright, let's check it out. What is that, like 179.9? 179.9? Yeah. Stop playing with the boy. Yeah, this car deserves it, bro. Not gonna lie, this motherfucker sat patiently waiting for me for 23 years sitting in the motherfucking garage.